You know, you'd think I would be able to readjust that sometimes. Well, anyway, welcome back to Let's Play Diablo 2. Let me check see if I'm recording on it. Yes, I am. I do that because I don't trust Hypercam, to be quite honest. But anyway, in the last video we beat Andariel. I kind of took a bit of a nap, as I said. I had gotten up kind of early for me. So, let's move on to Act 2. I'm probably going to skip the movie though, so bear with me. Apparently it automatically does it for me in Windows mode, which is kind of nice. Yeah, this is Jaren. He's kind of like the leader of this town. Welcome to Loot Galane, the main town for Act 2. I'll show you around a bit. This guy sells potions. This lady is a paladin, or an ex-paladin, and she sells weapons and whatnot. This guy over here sells mage stuff. This guy over here, he sells mercenaries. Now, his mercenaries are what they call in this act guards. They basically have spears, or they use spears or polearms. And their main thing is they usually have auras, which, like a paladin aura, which can be kind of useful for certain classes. But for me, I don't think they mesh well with the sorcerers. They kind of do, I guess, if you get the right kind. But like if you get an attack one, they're kind of pointless. And this guy is the gambly guy. As you can see, I'm using the set shield now, because I have an orb and you can use the shield with an orb. And having a shield is kind of nifty, so sometimes. So yeah, let's see what this bow is. Nothing good. I'm just looking for stuff for my rogue, because she's cool. Eliza's cool. So anyway, we're going to go over here a minute. Show you some more of the townspeople. Now, she gives you the first quest in Act 2. This is Atna. She basically wants you to kill a mummy in the sewers under Loot Galane, who murdered her family. And this is Geglash. Now, if I had the game sound working, I'd show you some of Geglash's shtick. But he is a funny character. He's basically a joke character. He's a drunkard, and he says really random things. Don't make a whole lot of sense. But he's funny. I like him. He's quite enjoyable. I also leveled up a bit. I leveled up my character. I put stats and stuff since I leveled up. And I put a point in a Frost Nova, which is I like Frost Nova. So let's put on our ice shield. And where we have to go is we have to go through here first to do our first quest. Now this is the sewer template. Sewers. The only type of level you'll see in every video game ever. I don't think there's a video game that doesn't have sewers in it. Now the Burning Dead are a special type of skeleton, because their archers always have fire arrows and they fire really fast. They're kind of annoying to deal with. It can be quite deadly if you don't know what you're doing. And these are Sand Raiders. They're kind of fast, sort of, kind of, and they, depending on the version of them that you fight, they can enchant their attacks to do fire or ice damage, depending on the. Ow, shit. See what I mean by those archers being kind of evil? Of course they're evil, but what I mean is them being kind of strong for this area. I really need to put more points into something. I'm not doing enough damage, I don't think. But yeah, this is the sewer. Most of the stuff you'll encounter down here is undead stuff. And occasionally Sand Raiders. Now this act, for the most part, is mostly undead stuff, because most of the areas you fight in are tombs and whatnot. So you'll see, more often than not, a lot of undead things. Skeletons and whatnot. Usually skeletons and mummies. I'll get to mummies when we get to them. Now, why do I have those? That's kind of stupid of me. Now I'm just going to do this quest and be done for a while. I'm going to take a break and let my videos upload. I've been thinking also I might actually redo the beginning of this, like just start up a quick sorceress real quick and just redo the beginning. Because largely, those videos suck balls. They're not good quality, so I might redo them. I'm thinking about it. Probably not today, I'll probably do them tomorrow. But, you know. As you can see, this act is a little more challenging, quite obviously, just like any video game. The progression is it's not steep. It's actually kind of pretty good. It goes from kind of easy to modestly kind of challenging at times to kind of hard to oh my god, someone help me type difficulty. But the game overall is still really easy. And god, am I running out of potions really quickly. As you can see, though, my warmth allows me to regenerate mana really quickly. It's not as fast as it probably could be, mind you, but so I'm well aware that my mana is low. Now, raiders can be challenging only really if you have a large group of them. So, usually they are kind of annoying when grouped with other types of enemies. If they're by themselves, they're not quite as challenging. But if they're with like skeletons, like down here, they can be kind of hard because the skeletons are kind of annoying to kill because they have a lot of surprisingly health for their level, and well, maybe not a lot, but their elemental attacks can be quite annoying, especially if you don't have a lot of resistances, which you probably won't this part of the game unless you're really lucky. As I said, I don't claim to be an expert on this game. And I know there are some people out there who really, really know their shit. Like, they could probably beat this game in like 5 minutes if they wanted to. But I don't find that very fun. What's the point of beating a game in 5 minutes? Except to say I'm awesome, basically. I just find it weird how like the spells kind of just disappear after a while. Like some of them, like Fireball or whatever, if they don't hit anything. They just kind of vanish. Poison Shrine. Now, Poison Shrines are kind of interesting because I'm surprised we haven't encountered these before. But basically what they do is you click on them, and they send out all this poison gas around it and poison any enemies around you, and they drop a bunch of poison potions. Like so. Now, usually I don't use these throwing potions, mainly because they're kind of worthless. If you find them useful in like Act 1 or Act 2, by all means use them. But I don't bother because they're not as good as other throwable weapons or, you know, other types of ranged attacks. So yeah, poor guards. Yeah, the people who die in this game die in horrible, horrific, painful-looking ways. Look at this. This guy looks like he got gutted or something. Person's all chained up, dragged through the sewers. You can only imagine which one of these is like Atma's family. It's not a mana potion. I don't know what I was doing there. I don't know why I'm being so stupid lately with this game. I'm usually not this dumb. Of course, all you have is my word for it. You know, for all you know, I could be the biggest dumbass in the history of Diablo. Yeah, this game brings back a lot of fond memories. For a while, I could almost not stand to play this game because I had played it so much. I had just gotten really sick of it. I can tell you some really interesting stories about this game revolving around my dad and me because we were the ones who pretty much played it a lot. Me and my dad I was more of a gamer than my dad was, but he was more of a Diablo guy than I was, for the most part. Like, he wasn't one of those people who could beat the game in like 5 minutes, but for someone who didn't play online, I kind of considered him a bit of an expert on the subject. Like, he kept like lists of all the different Heraldric recipes on his like at hand, so in case he wanted to make something, or the different rune words and stuff. Oh, I haven't talked about runes, have I? I have a couple runes. I'll show those to you guys. But yeah, he would have like lists of them, and he would make all sorts of cool items to make his characters better. I don't usually mess with socketed items too much. I just tend to think of them as kind of a hassle a lot of the time. But I think for the sake of this Let's Play, I might monkey around with it a bit when I can find some decent stuff. When I can transmute my gems, that is. I'll try to look for some, because there's a particular kind of thing I want to do for armor for my sorceress here that my dad did back in the day. Basically, what he did is he took a 5-socketed thing of plate mail, or a lot of slots in a plate mail, and basically he put nothing but perfect skull gems in it, and he regenerated mana like a motherfucker. Never had to put another, seriously, he never had to use mana potions. I don't think he used them once at that point. But yeah, that's that. Jesus, what did they do to this poor cow? They skin it? Yeah, the skin can be quite gruesome sometimes. Gotta say. What dirk? A dirk for some reason counts as a dagger. Well, of course it is a dagger. What am I talking about? I'm talking out my ass. Talking out me boom. As some British people would say. I know I'm weird. You don't need to tell me that. Yay, the down area. Alright, well, I'm going to go get some potions. I'm kind of low, as you can see, and I'm probably going to need it for Radiment. So, see you in a minute. Okay, we're back. Here's a resist poison shrine. I guess I don't think I have to explain what that does. That's kind of useful for this act. There are a lot of enemies in this particular act that use poison a lot. Annoyingly enough. Poison has, I personally think that poison is probably the most annoying type of damage. Mainly because it does damage over time and all that. Now, some people like to use antidote potions, but I don't like them cluttering up my inventory, so... And most poison abilities don't last that long anyway, so I usually don't bother with antidote potions. Some of you may disagree. Now, some of you may disagree about that. But these are mummies. And basically, they're slightly faster than zombies. Pretty much just zombies that deal poison damage. And when they die, they unleash like a cloud of poison. Not the most... Yeah, it's kind of a hassle. Not as much of a hassle as the flaming arrows, though. Yeah, I definitely need to put more points into some. Hopefully I don't minimize my screen again, knock on wood. Because I know that is very distracting. It is for me when I'm watching this. The main reason I watch it is make sure it syncs up okay. But for those who don't know, ever played like or watched a Let's Play before, the main reason I would watch it is mainly to make sure it played okay and stuff. It's kind of what I did with that one video that derped a while back. And I can always just do that particular thing again, go through it again if I have to. Even if I have completed the quest, I'll just explain what the quest does. So, not entirely a major loss, it's just kind of a pain to deal with. Oh, look, a corpse. Those poor guards. I swear, all the non-player characters in this game have to suck if they constantly die to these really pathetic monsters. Not to say they're all pathetic, just a great many of them are. Although I shouldn't say that for when we get into hell, because there are a lot of tough enemies there. And of course, I minimize my screen like a minute after saying I didn't want it to. Hey. Yeah, that's definitely a tradition. I have to do it at least once, don't I? Ah, well. Live and learn, I guess. The main reason I do so many of these in a day is largely because, as I said, I have no job at the moment. So, might as well do something in my free time when I'm not doing chores or whatnot. Speaking of which, I probably should do some after this. Not that any of you give a damn about what I do around my house. Now, these are antidote potions, and as I said, I don't usually use them. But basically, they instantly cure poison. Most poison isn't dangerous enough that'll matter, and even then, I'll just use a healing potion and it'll heal me and reduce the amount of damage I'm taking from the poison. What does this guy do? Oh, he's cold enchanted. Just means he does cold damage. He does a frost nova when he dies, like that. You've probably seen it before, so I don't know why I'm explaining it. It's pretty self-evident. Self-evident. These truths that we hold self-evident. Boy, that was a butchered remembering of that particular line, or whatever it was by John Hancock, whoever wrote that. Thomas Jefferson. I know if any of you are foreign, mainly British or Canadian, you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But, Thomas Jefferson was one of our presidents, and famous for a lot of things he said. Could not even have been Thomas Jefferson, but I don't know what. That is an interesting question I will posit. If any of you are like Canadian or like English, do they teach, or British or whatever, do they teach anything about the American Revolution? Or do they call it like a different name, or do they teach anything about like what they say, or anything about those particular people? Do they teach any of that in school? In your guys' like elementary or primary schools? I'm just a little curious. So I'm always interested in learning about other people, the way other cultures do things. I'm sure the English have at least a little bit. At least the Brits, you Brits out there, probably know a little bit about the American Revolution. Considered one of the more important things in American history, quite obviously, because we won our independence from the Brits. No grudges held, of course. That was hundreds of years ago, or at least a couple hundred years ago. And things have changed since then. And why the hell am I talking about American history in my Let's Play of Diablo 2? I have no idea. You see what I mean, folks? Is I go from... My brain runs so quickly through random shit. Like, I'll be thinking about, like, a game. I'll make a quote from something. And then I'll go on for 10 minutes about, like, American history. because that's just the way I am. It's like I go from topic to topic to topic, like, rapidly. And people get so lost when I'm talking to them because I'll be like talking about, like, as I said, like I'll make a quote from like Thomas Jefferson or whatever, and then I'll go on for 20 minutes about Thomas Jefferson and the American Revolution. I know, I'm a nut. I'm a nut. Yeah, if I catch myself being random like that, I'll try to stop. But, I doubt it'll stop permanently. Let my stamina. Hold on a sec, guys. Sorry about that, folks. I had to go walk my dog, our family dog. My sister called me. She wanted me to walk the dog because she's watching her movie. She didn't want me to. She was watching an old movie, and she didn't want to miss anything because we don't have like TiVo or anything. But I went and walked her dog, Chopper. Went to the bathroom, brought him in. He's a good dog for the most part. He's a mini pin. He has his issues though. He's full of energy, which is cool, and he's cuddly and all that. But he has some annoying traits too. He's a good dog though. Anyway, here's the filling shrine. I do believe this is the level Radiment's on. Radiment is the first of a new type of enemy we'll encounter other than normal mummies called greater mummies. And basically what they are is they're basically undead things that, their main thing is they revive other undead things, mainly skeletons. Which can be kind of a pain, much like any other type of shaman in this game. So, bear with it. Ooh, a lot of skeletal mages. Burning dead mages, too. Sorry about that, folks. Had to move the window a bit, so I accidentally clicked on it. I derp a lot in this Let's Play, I'll admit that. The fail will not end! No, it will not. Now, this is where a lot of my problems come from, folks. Is this juggling of items to get other items to fit. Oh, that ain't gonna fit at all. Let's see what this amulet does. It's shit. Let's see what this ring does. It's shit. There we go. See, I don't need those. I might take the amulet just to sell it, because amulets tend to sell for a little more than rings do. Let's see, is there any mana here? Doesn't look like it. There's a juvie, though, but I ain't gonna pick it up. I think because I don't have the room. Now, rejuvenation potions are kind of hard to come by unless you know how to make them with the cube. Basically takes, I do believe it takes like 3 mana and 3 health potions to make a juvie. And I think it's like 3 mana. Maybe you need a gem. Yeah, I think you need a gem too. And I think it's like 3. What was it? Like 3. I think it's like 3 potions, 3 health potions, 3 mana potions, and like a perfect gem. But why you would waste a perfect gem on a juvie to make a juvie, I don't know. I could have gotten the recipe wrong, so I apologize if I have. I don't think I have. But maybe it's you just need 3 health and 3 mana for a normal juvie, and 3 health and 3 mana and any gem to make a full juvie. If someone please correct me on this, I don't want to misinform anyone. So it's like the only formula I can remember, other than like, you know, 3 gems and a normal longsword, and 3 gems equals a socketed longsword or something like that. I don't remember. I don't keep track of the rest. I should really print off a list of the different Roger Cube recipes and try actually crafting stuff for once. I've never actually done much of the crafting in this game. I just always thought it required way too much work. It's kind of one thing I'm looking forward to in Diablo 3, where the rest, all you need is like specific specific ingredients, and you need to collect so many of them, and you go to the guy and he does it for you. You don't need like 10 bags of bolts or whatever to make it something, or a set of armor plus a gem and a ring to make whatever. It's the only reason I don't mess around with the Roger Cube too much. Although I do use it for storage or for transmuting gems, which is always kind of nice, I guess. I wish they had put like a tutorial in this game about how to use the whole Roger Cube, because I was always incredibly confused about how it all worked a lot of the time. Like, I got some of the stuff like gem transmutation and some of the other stuff, but like half of the stuff you can make in this game I don't even know how to make, because I wish they had put like a recipe list in the game or something so you can just look at it and make it how you go. That would have been a lot easier. Of course, some of you out there are like, oh, you're a noob, how can you not remember the recipes, blah blah blah. As I said, I'm not one of those people who's really into the super-duper-y into this game. I just play it for fun. I don't really, do fancy shit with it. I don't know why that spell failed, but okay. Even though spells could fail in this game. Must have been a glitch or something. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Why the hell am I singing? I don't know. I like to sing when I'm bored. Well, alone usually. I don't sing in front of other people. Oh, you would be full, wouldn't you? Alright, I'll be back, folks. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry for the jump cuts, but I just don't want you guys to sit through, like, me buying shit or, selling shit. But I just find that boring. When I play it, oh, it seems I'm on, yeah. Now, the ice here will be, well, anyway, as I was saying, I find it kind of boring to play, to watch a Let's Play where the guy is constantly, like, doing inane shit, like buying and selling shit, whatever. But I shall endure. Anyway, this is where Radiment over here is. You can kind of tell. Now, the ice will be really helpful here because his main thing is he likes to revive undead things. So, which can be quite annoying, as you can probably already guess by my extreme hatred of this mechanic. But the ice will make it a lot easier. Rest assured. I guess we can level up real quick. 2. Oh, lordy. What should I put my point into, I wonder? What level am I? Okay, so I can almost get Glacial Spike. So, now Glacial Spike is really nice. I'll show it to you when I get it, but I remember it being a rather nifty spell. But first, I think what I'll do, because the whole synergy thing, like if you look at the bottom of the skill description, it'll show you the different synergies. That basically means like the more points you put into other skills, the more it'll improve this spell, or whatever. If I put points into this spell, it'll improve this spell, and so on and so forth. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I think I might put a point into Ice Blast, if only to increase the damage I do with it, as well as so I can increase the damage of this baby when I get it next level. So that's what I'm going to do. And after that, I'll probably start pumping points into Warmth again. I know you guys love it when I do that. Well, I really don't know, because no one's actually commented on any of my videos yet. So. Now, Radiment is... I don't know, I've never fought him with an Ice Sorceress, so I don't know how challenging this is going to be. Oh. Bugger off. Looks like he's going down pretty quick, though. Kind of. Yeah, okay. I don't get why some people don't put points in energy. I really don't. Considering how often... Maybe it's because of the items they get, like the Mana Steel items they get. Maybe that's it. So I always have freaking problems with... Now that's an important quest item that we need. Yay! He's dead. It was a lot easier than it normally is, because you have to keep killing his minions over and over and over again. As I said, ice makes the whole revive thing a lot less of a pain in the butt. So, let's go to town. Indeed. Talk to her. She gives you a discount on all your items you buy in the stores, which is relatively useless in and of itself. But she also for defeating Radiment, you get a book of skill, which gives you a free skill point. Guess where that's going? Big surprise there. But yeah. Now you talk to him and you get your next quest, which is, I think, probably one of the longest quests in the game, because to complete it, you basically have to do the whole act. And that is mainly you have to get the Roderick Staff, which is necessary to get to the final boss of this act. So this is probably the longest quest in the game because it takes pretty much the entire act to do. Some of these are actually kind of short. This one's kind of short. This one's really short. This one's even about as short. These two are kind of connected. And this is the final one for this particular act, which is kind of pain. Because the final boss of this act is, in my honest opinion, probably a big wake-up call boss, basically. He's basically like, oh hi, time for you to die. And you'll see how annoyingly difficult he is when we get to it. But that's the first quest of this act. I hope to see you guys again, maybe. I don't really know, because I haven't really gotten a lot of views yet, but I'm sure with time that'll change. Just no calling me noob or anything. I know I reiterate that a lot. I just don't like being insulted by people. I just don't like getting made fun of for the way I play the game. Well, anyway, that's it for now, and I'll talk to you later.